Welcome back to another video on the Jag. Thanks very much to anyone who's liked or shared the previous videos. Very much appreciated. On this video we're going to have a wee look at the timing on this. So at the minute I have it timed up. Just for anybody that's interested in never doing a set of timing chains on this 2-litre ingenium diesel engine, that's very common fault on them. If you're going to do the change, you're probably going to be doing it in the vehicle, but if I give you a quick overview of things that maybe give you a couple of pointers. First thing, when you have your gearbox out, you have your flywheel and all off, you're going to have to take this bottom cover off. I have it just sitting here on the floor at the minute, but once you have all the bolts out of it, to actually get it off, there's no real way of prizing it off. There's nothing to get in the back of, and it's sealed on, so it's on pretty tight. So the only way to get it off is quite rash, is one of these boys, and actually you're actually baiting it off, which I don't like doing, but there's no other way. And I've done a couple of these in the Range Rovers when I was up in Land Rover, and that's the way they take them off. So to get these things timed up, if we come round to the crank side, or the far side of the engine, there's a timing mark here. You see there's a wee arrow just here, and there's a line here. These 2 points have to line up for your crank. You have your locking tool here to actually lock your crank, and then round at your other side of the engine you have your camshafts are locked with a tool that sits down in here. So it goes down the back of these two, and then you have your bolt and the bracket sits in there. Now if you lock your crank first, there's pretty much no chance you're going to get this in, the amount of pressure that's on this. So what you need to do is actually lock the camshafts first, then your crank will be sitting slightly off, and you'll have to just move it just a wee bit to the left to get it lined up, everything locked up. But I got that tool. Now there's another part to the tool that just sets on here. I can do it one-handed. So this allows you to loosen this bolt for your inlet camshaft, and then allows you to loosen this central bolt for this phaser for your exhaust camshaft. So that phaser, it works off oil pressure. There's a wee solenoid that goes onto the back of this when this cover's on, this top cover. And whenever this pushes in, this actually controls the amount of oil flow in this, which alters the timing. Just a basic overview of that. So you're going to have to take this off and this off to get your cam box off in order to get the head off. So that's why I need to have this all sort of in the right place before I start, so I know where I am. Your high pressure fuel pump sprocket is in here. Now I also noticed whenever I was underneath this vehicle and whenever it's running, there's an oil leak. There's like a pretty decent drip of oil coming out. Someone has been in here and has replaced these chains. They've replaced the oil pump and they've replaced the turbo trying to get this vehicle fixed. They've obviously either missed or not knew about the crank. I suspect that the oil leak is coming from this point here. So there's here and here line up with here and here on this cover, and I can see there's a remnants of sealer in this one, but there's absolutely nothing on this one and nothing here. So I imagine they've missed this. You have to put a wee drop of sealer around there and around there, so it's something to look out for if you're ever putting one of these covers back on. Also you'll have to replace this rear main seal. You'll have to pop it out, and then you do need a special tool to put them on, but I'm going to maybe see how I get on about putting it on without the special tool when we get to that point. But don't make the mistake of putting your main seal on before you put your cover back on, because it's pointless. So it's just a sort of quick overview of the timing side of things. Now I have these covers off, I know exactly where we are, and I can start stripping stuff off the top, hopefully getting it onto the engine stand, and we'll see what it's like. Hopefully it's not a bag of dung off eBay, so we'll see. We're getting there.